to the channel. I roll Greenstone. Today we're going to talk about rolling mills and how you can benefit from them, what rolling mills I use, which ones work for me. And so anyway, what I have here is the Agile C50. Just came in the mail and really excited about this one. It's my second rolling mill from Durston. And when it comes to tools and rolling mills especially, I don't look anywhere else except Durston tools. Durston makes a rigid, high quality, lifetime tool that is second to none. With proper care, maintenance and oil and everything else, it should last absolutely a lifetime, and should be a tool that you hand down, to maybe a second generation. So Durston Tools doesn't endorse me, doesn't pay me to do this. I do this just because I know in the jewelry making business it's hard to just determine what tool to buy. If you're looking for a rolling mill, what rolling mill do I buy? There's a whole bunch of them out there. So I was lucky enough to have a great dad who taught me when you're buying tools to really buy the best you can buy, because what you're doing, you're investing in yourself and your ability to use that tool and create the best product you absolutely can with that tool. So I left this all wrapped up on purpose so that you could see, as I open it, what to expect from Durston Tools for a rolling mill. So already you can see it's packaged really well. It's got the binders on it, and so I'm just gonna open this up. So this is coming from Europe, and I think it's packaged this well because they ship all over the world, and they just want to make sure that when it gets to you in the way it left their factory. So you're getting this really nice hardcore top. Right on top, they've got the manual for all the different rolling mills that you can order from them. What they have right now. This is my second rolling mill from them. I was so impressed with the first one. I had no question in my mind when it came to getting a second one. And I'll tell you the reason why a little later, why I got the second one. So, right out of the box, this one comes already assembled, ready for use. Again, here's the box it comes in, really well packaged. This is extra thick cardboard. I even saved the box for other things just because it's such a nice box. So here's the rolling mill. It's out of the box. I just set it on the corner of the table here. So that I could make it function. So right here, I'm just going to point this out. Right here, this is a nameplate that's stamped on the tool, and it has a serial number on it. So right away, I'm assuming if they have a serial number on each unit they sell, that they're very proud of their tools, and they want to make sure that each tool is accounted for, and so it's pretty neat. You won't see that on a lot of these cheaper rolling mills. So on top, this is the basic function of this tool. On top, you've got a gauge here, and this gauge is numbered basically 1 through 100, or it's divided into tenths all the way to 100. And it's just numbered 1 through 9, and then each individual slot is got 10 spots there. So what do those numbers represent? Well, they represent 1/100th of a millimeter on this part of the separation in the flat part of your rolling mill. So how I've discovered that and how I've proved that is I have this piece of silver that is exactly 2 by 4 millimeters thick. And when I open this up, it's actually reversing, or it's backwards to what you think for whatever reason. So if I bring this around 1 time and then 2 times, this piece of metal slides just tightly right into that groove right there. So basically what that means, I've already said this once, but each one of these little dots represents 1/100th of a millimeter on the rolling mill. So I'm just going to tighten this back down to 0, just like that. And there's not an indicator right here, which I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but there's not an indicator there. So my plan is to just draw one wherever 0 lands on this machine. I think probably because these things are geared so tightly that each one is just going to be off just a little bit. So what I'm going to do when I get this thing set up, I'm going to just make a permanent mark here on where 0 is, and that's just going to be where it's at. So pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, so this is the lever arm that makes the rolling mill move, and it's kind of tight right now because there's so much grease in the, from being new. And the thing that you want to make sure is you clean this really good before you use it, because there's a lot of like packing grease on it and different things. So right out of the box, Durston says that this tool is ready to be used. What I've noticed is that it needs to be cleaned a little bit right here, just because it has some packing grease on it. So I just take a rag and just kind of wipe it clean. In the instructions, these are the gears right here. In the instructions, it says that these are the gears that are already pre-oiled and ready to go. And I'll move this in a little bit so you can see. There's just a lot of packing grease in there, and it's very well lubricated. So also in the instructions is that they say general use, maybe I do it almost every time I use it, but I'll just take some gun oil and I'll put gun oil on all the way across each roller. And that just keeps this roller from rusting and getting corroded, because if you get any corrosions or pits in these rolling surfaces, it can really damage the stuff that you're making. Give you a little bit better view of the tool itself. Here's the height adjustment. And these are the grooves that the wire passes through. And you can see it closed just there. Now it's open. It's more open. So what this particular mill would be used for, it has 9 wire rolling grooves, 7 millimeters to 1 millimeter. So basically with this thing all the way open, you've got 7 millimeters right here on this side, all the way down to 1 millimeter right here on this side, and in between are the middle steps. So, and then also just this little flat area to roll out any flat that you have. This has a 15 millimeter rolling surface right here. So anyway, really great rolling mill for how big it is and where it fits and everything. And you can tell just by the rigid construction of it, right here, and it's just really well made. So you've got 4 anchor spots on this mill. You've got 2 right here, and right here. If I flip it around, you've got 2 on the other side as well. here and here. What I've done is just take some leg anchors and I just anchor it into a solid table that's not going to move. So this is the instruction booklet that comes with the rolling mills, and it's really a great booklet. They've got, just on the back of it, they've got different rolling mills that you could get with different functions, different uses. It just depends on what your needs are here. Inside the booklet, it's got really important instructions. They're not hard to understand. They're really easily spelled out. Basic care. For this particular mill, it says the bearings are self-lubricated and no maintenance is needed. It does say that you should grease the gears every 12 months and oil the surfaces of the rolls every week. So I think I covered that in the basic maintenance part of it, but it's got different maintenances for the different ones that you can get. And so this booklet I just keep, right underneath the table for when I need to reference taking care of these mills. This is taking apart the mill for lubricating some of these other more advanced gearboxes. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you were thinking of adding a rolling mill to your shop and just didn't know maybe which rolling mill to go with, I hope that this really helped at least a little bit understand what you're going to get in a Durston tool and what you can expect from their rolling mills. They're really top notch. They really are a lifetime tool, and I wouldn't consider anything else as far as rolling mills. So if you're wondering what other rolling mill that I use, I also use the DRM 130RE. That rolling mill is an absolute workhorse. It does amazing, consistent round wire. Also has a great flat rolling surface too, gives you a little bit of space to work on that rolling mill. If you were considering getting a rolling mill and just weren't sure which brand to go with, I hope this sort of helped kind of tip you into that favor of a Durston tool, just because of the quality and the lifetime tool aspect of owning a Durston tool. It really is a lifetime tool. And like I said, I'm not paid by Durston Tools at all. I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. I just know that there's an awful lot of tools out there that you can waste your money on, and if you're serious about jewelry making, this is a serious tool. So if you like the video, please go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to hear your comments and feedback, and hope to hear from you soon. Until then, take care, guys.